The Constitutional Amendment Bill, a milestone in Sierra Leone's constitutional and governance journey. Here is a summary of the key proposed changes. You should know. Presidential election threshold. The first round victory requirement shifts from 55% to a simple majority 50% plus 1, with at least 20% of votes in two-thirds of the country's voting district. Electoral system. Move from first past the post constituency based to a proportional representation, eliminating by-elections, removal of president and vice president. Parliament, by a two-thirds majority, will be the sole body empowered to remove a sitting president or vice president who has been expelled from the party under which they were elected. Appointment of Electoral Commissioner. The President will not directly appoint the Chief Electoral Commissioner. Instead, a Chart and Nomination Committee will nominate the Commissioner, who must meet specific requirements. Fixed date for general election. General election will be held on the second Saturday of November in every election year. Women representation. At least 30% of a political party's nominees from national and local government elections must be women. Independent presidential candidates may contest the presidency. Candidates are no longer required to run under a political party if they meet the presidential eligibility criteria. Time to resign to contest parliament. The period to resign from any public office in order to contest a seat in parliament is reduced from 12 months to 6 months. Petitioning election results. The window to file a petition in the Supreme Court against election results is reduced from 7 days to 3 days after results are announced. Dual citizenship. Certain categories of dual citizens are disqualified from holding the office of the president. His Excellency President Dr. Julius Maada Bio toured the Tomabong rice farm in Bont District, where he called on private sector and investors to partner with government in advancing the Feed Salon initiative and transforming Sierra Leone into a feed-secured nation. During the visit, President Bio inspected ongoing rice cultivation by the Fambul Rice and the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces (RSLAF), each currently cultivating 1.5 hectares, as well as the construction of irrigation channels and supporting infrastructure being undertaken by Pavifort Construction Company. Addressing stakeholders, the President reaffirmed his government's determination to ensure Sierra Leone produces enough food to meet domestic demand. We should be able to cultivate whatever we eat and invite the private sector to invest in agriculture. I'm pleased to see Fambul Rice already producing for the market, and I'm impressed by the work the company has done here, he said. The Sierra Leone Bar Association's annual general meeting has been postponed following the police intervention, with authorities creating security concerns and circumstances beyond their control. The AGM was scheduled to take place at the Bintumani Conference Center in Freetown, where members of the legal profession had gathered for the association's annual meeting and leadership proceedings. However, the meeting could not commence after lawyers entered difficulties accessing the venue, leading to the suspension of the planned activities. Liberia has destroyed 4.2 metric tons of cocaine, worth an estimated 336 million, after the country's largest ever drug seized. The case has also implicated senior police officers, with several officers facing charges linked to drug trafficking. Authorities say the destruction is part of a wild crackdown on illegal drug trade. Her Excellency Dr. Fatima Mada Bio, First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone and President of the Organization of Africa First Ladies for Development, departed for Freetown, Sierra Leone, after a successful conclusion of the international launch of the Continental Campaign, Strengthening Resilience for Women and Girls, Climate, Conflict and Sustainable Future, held in Luanda, Angola. A 19-year-old man has been arrested by police in Kailam district after allegedly attacking another man with a cutlass during a dispute over cocoa seeds, leaving the victim critically injured. The suspect, identified as Bokari Muhammad of Masanta section, Kailam town, is alleged to have lacerated the neck of Salu Enshaw, also of Masanta section, during an incident at the Banjo Bush in Bundos town section of Kailam. Thousands of migrants have entered Spain's Ceuta, elbowed from Morocco, with many swimming around border barriers or crossing on foot. The arrival have put heavy pressure on local services. Ceuta President Juan Jesus Visas described the situation as a humanitarian and social emergency, saying reception centers are overwhelmed and more than 200 people are arriving each day. Burkina Faso has introduced a new ceremonial uniform for military cadets made from traditional hand-woven fabric. The outfit, featuring the iconic Kunguju cloth from the Gula region. President Ibrahim Traoré attended as the new officer, matching the distinctive attire. These form part of the country's wider campaign to support local waves and favor homemade products over import. Ethiopia has unveiled a 25-year plan to build 128 new power substations to meet the rising electricity demand and modernize the national grid. The project is part of a wider strategy that includes building more than 100 dams alongside the Grand Ethiopian Reminiscence Dam. The country also announced a $30 billion electricity master plan to increase power generation capacity to 39,327 megawatts by 2049, improving energy security and supporting long-term economic growth. Some chicken farmers in Zimbabwe are reportedly feeding antiviral medicine meant for HIV patients to their chickens, according to industry sources and a recent investigation. The drugs are allegedly brought on the black market and mixed with chicken feed because some farmers believe they help prevent disease and speed up growth. About 20 football youth players and team officials from Ethiopia disappeared in Gastroburg, Sweden. After campaigning in the Gothia Cup, the group left their school accommodation before their planned trip home and never returned. Swedish police said there are no signs of four players and believe that they left voluntarily. Some have since contacted their families and are believed to be safe. Kenya experienced a widespread power outage after a major blackout affected Nairobi, the coast region, and part of the Central Rift. The outage disrupted home, businesses, and transport in several towns as restoration work continues. Guinea's President Muhammadu Doumbouya is under growing pressure after his wife was accused of being a French agent. Critics say her French background and access to the presidency raises serious concerns about possible French influence in Guinea's government. Many Guineans are now asking whether France still has a direct connection to the country's leadership through the president's own household. The accusation has fueled anger among Pan-African supporters who believe former colonial powers continue to control African nations from behind closed doors. Mali has officially acquired a brand new Boeing 737 to serve as the country's new presidential aircraft. The new jet replaced the previous presidential plane, which was left beyond repair after the terrorist attack on Bamako Airport on 17 September 2024. The new aircraft reportedly cost 15.6 billion CFA francs, making it one of Mali's biggest recent asset aviation investment. The government says the aircraft will be used to facilitate official travel for the country's highest seat authorities as Mali continues rebuilding key national assets. Tanzania superstar Diamond Platnumz has officially revealed that he and award-winning singer Zuchu are expecting a baby together. Diamond shared a photo of Zuchu's baby bump with the caption, "A new heartbeat in the family." The surprise comes only weeks after Zuchu's publicly announced they had broken up, leaving fans completely confused. Nigeria activist Martin Vincent Ose, popularly known as Very Dark Man, has warned that Tyra's planned concert in Nigeria will not be happening. According to him, the message is direct at South Africans following reports of violence against other African nationals living in South Africa. There will be no Tyra show in Nigeria. Nigeria are standing in solidarity with victims and is calling on South African celebrities and event promoters to publicly condemn the attacks. The conversation has moved beyond music. It's now about unity, accountability, and standing against violence. Dumaboko says baby formula meant for families in Botswana is ending up in Zimbabwe while local chefs face shortage. He also revealed that 96 boxes of medicine disappeared after being sent to Tutumi near the border. Families are struggling to access essential supplies while authorities investigate whether the products are stolen or diverted into illegal trade. Ghana is officially documenting losses faced by its citizens during the xenophobic attack in South Africa as it prepares to pursue legal and diplomatic compensation. The government has created a register for Ghanaians who lost businesses, investments, homes, and other property during the attacks. These come after Nigeria also moved to seek compensation over similar attacks on its citizens, meaning the issue is now becoming a regional diplomatic battle. A barber has been arrested in Onochi, Abia State, for allegedly collecting hair stains from his customers and offering them as sacrifices at a secret shrine discovered inside his one-bedroom apartment. Now in sport, the Gunners are expected to raise their opening €70 million bid to around €80 million, the fee Newcastle are believed to want for the Brazilian midfielder. Reports also stated that Bruno has made it clear he wants to join the Premier League champions, with talk progressing despite Newcastle publicly denying formal negotiations. Eddie Howe's departure is not believed to have affected the transfer discussions, and Arsenal remain optimistic that an agreement will be reached soon. For the Spectrum Online Television News Brief, George Elliott Sam.